Hi everyone, it's Marcy Denning here from Stampin' with Marcy. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Canada, and I want to welcome you to my Facebook Live. It is Friday, or should I say Friday, January 29th. Can you believe it? Just a few more days left in January. Please say hello when you join me. Let me know where you're watching from. And please, if you've got the red live button, that means you are watching me live. If you don't see it, that means you are watching the recording. Please still say hello. Let me know where you're watching from. If you're watching on YouTube, you're definitely watching the recording. Please take a moment to say hello. Let me know where you're coming from. And if you haven't yet, please click that subscribe button as well as the notification bell so that you get notified every time I upload a new video. Okay, so I'm going to flip you around. Today we're going to be creating with the adorable Sweet Ice Cream stamp set. It is very cold here. It's in the negatives today here in southwestern Ontario, but I'm dreaming of some hot summer weather. So let me flip you around and load up my iPad so I can see who is watching and say hello to everybody. I've got so many lights on in here with the glare on my glasses. I can't see anything on my phone, so that's why. All right, come on, down we go. All right, so yeah, that's why I haven't said hello to anybody, because with the glare, oh my goodness. All right, so we are tightening this up so that we don't go for a little spin. And then let's drop you down just slightly. Okay, I think that should be good. All right, bring you up on my iPad. Scooch this. Are we steady? All right, so let's just lift this, scooch it over just a bit. Move that up. Oh, and we're just... There we go. Look, my shirt actually matches the pink, the Magenta Madness. I bought a new bright pink shirt online the other day. My first time, I think, buying clothing online. I was quite nervous, but I saw this bright pink and was like, oh, I just have to have that. All right, so I am pulling you up on my iPad here. I'm sharing to my Stampers group. Please share my video. Sharing is caring. It's how I reach more crafty friends. All right, hello Diana, hello Anne. Thank you for joining me. Okay, first up, the joining special. We are a day more than halfway through. We are more than halfway through the celebration, meaning that you've only got 29 more, 30 days more to, I'm trying to do the math in my head here. Hey, Mary, thanks for joining. You've just got a month left to get free celebration items with your qualifying purchases. As well, there is only the month left to get in on the fabulous joining special. If you'd like more information, please contact me. This is my email right here, Marcy@stampinwithmarcy.com. So, and this is my blog here, my website where you can go to join up. I want to remind you that Diana and I have our Over the Border with Di and Marcy. Our next class is coming up. The sign up is coming up very quickly, the deadline. It is February the 1st. It's our monthly virtual class, and we are doing the Hey Birthday Chick that can be found on page 52 of the mini catalog. So this fabulous stamp set here, look at these adorable samples. Although in the catalog, it just shows the very fun stamp set. However, come February 2nd, they are releasing the Birthday Chick dies that coordinate. Look at this sweet little fence. So adorable. And the streamers, we've got dies to cut out each one of the 4 chickens, plus a cute little chick, a bow tie, happy birthday. Diana does not show samples, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to just do this. This is one of the cards you're going to be creating. Look at that. A little sneak peek. That's all you're going to see. So our class is 6 projects, and including the bundle. It's virtual, so February the 1st is the last day to sign up. Yes, that should be cluck, cluck, cluck. All right, so today we are going to be creating with the, oh, look at the glare, sorry about that. We're going to be creating with the sweet ice cream. Now, I'm just using the stamp set. However, it is a bundle in the catalog. Now, this is on back order, but that does not mean you can't order it. You can still order it. It's supposed to arrive in the warehouse on February 15th. Hello, Emily. Thanks for joining. So this, I love this stamp set. I've been holding off playing with it because we are in the grip of winter right now, but this is so fabulous. The Ice Cream Corner Suite. So it's on pages 48 and 49 of the January to June mini catalog. And we are going to be using some of the designer series paper, the sprinkles, and the stamp set. Now, I am not using the punch today, like I said. I am going to be using the popsicle. Look at how sweet this card is. It's a fun Z fold, and I have made 3 popsicles. I'm going to say that they are, I'm moving it to see. Look at that. I put Wink of Stella on there. And look at my fun sprinkles. You can put Wink of Stella on those as well. Yes, I did. If you know me, you follow me, you know I love my Wink of Stella. It is my embellishment of choice. So, I thought, let's give it a try, and woohoo, it worked. So, that's something fun to know, that you can put Wink of Stella on these fun ice cream corner sprinkles. All right, so my colors are, my base is Pool Party, and it is 4 1/4 by 11, scored at 2 3/4 and 5 1/2. Now, all of the measurements are going to be on my blog post that will post about half an hour-ish after we're done here. Di says, eek, she's doing a Z-fold card as well today. Oh, and do you notice I am using my favorite go-to dies, the label dies from the Hippo and Friends. I love this, guys. If you don't have this set of dies, oh my goodness, you need it. Now, you may not be a fan of the images in the stamp set, the hippos and the butterfly and the sheep. I think they are adorable. And if you, like me, once you are done with your stamp sets, once it's retired and you've loved it enough, you sell them. so that somebody else can love them. I highly suggest you purchase it as a bundle, simply for the fact that you're going to get more use out of it, as well as for when you go to sell it, people are more inclined to purchase a bundle rather than just the dies. All right. Oh, hello, Ruth. Today is your birthday. Well, happy birthday. Di, you haven't even used the critters? Oh my gosh, I have made quite a few cards. I actually was asked to make some baby cards, and the sheep, was it the sheep or the hippo? I forget. I made a few baby cards with that as well. So this is two-step stamping with this. So I'm going to show you how easy it is to do. But first, we want to get our embossing done. Now, I am sorry, Stampin' Up! Retired their embossing buddy. However, if you've got one, I will never get rid of this because your fingers have oils in that and staticky on it. And using the embossing buddy cuts down on that static for your little bits of embossing powder to stick to. So by using the embossing buddy, it cuts that down as well. You can use your embossing buddy to de-stick your tape. If you've got a tape runner on your project where you don't want it to be, if you've like, oh darn, I have gone ahead and put my adhesive on there before I was ready, you can take that embossing buddy and tap it on there, and it's going to de-stick it so that you can fix whatever it is you're going to be doing. Hello, Debbie. Oh, Di is going to color today, maybe. She's saying she lives to color. Yes, she does, and she is brilliant at it. I thoroughly enjoy coloring, but I don't have the mad skills that Di has. All right, so I've got my Versamark on my happy birthday, and there is no die for this either. I have fussy cut it out. I'm giving this a moment for it to really adhere to the ink transfer over. All right, oh, I just love the font on this. Okay, so I'm bringing in my white embossing powder, and where is it? Here it is. My dollar store tweezers that I've had forever. So I'm just going to grab the end, move this out of the way. And my bin is from the dollar store. It's got the locking lid. This is how I keep my embossing powder. And I just like to gently tap it so that it kind of forces that powder to sink in. You know how when you're cooking and you put your flour in a measuring cup and you always tap it a bit so that it settles down? That's exactly what I'm doing with my embossing powder. All right, so I think I want, it's not quite enough, right? I'm trying to, it's harder to do when you've got the camera and mount in front of you. There we go. That should be good. Okay, so we are going to put the lid on that and get it out of the way. And I saw this tip last week. Oh, my stuff is like running out my putty. So to get rid of some of that white embossing powder, if you take your pick tool, the putty end, it is going to, see how it's just picking that up? Getting rid of it. I need to tighten my grip. There we go. So I'm just taking it, and it is sticking to that putty. All right, I think I look like I'm, oh, shoot. I just wiped off some embossing powder. All right, let's get in there again. See, everybody makes little oopsies. It's just how you react to them. It's not a big deal. Get rid of that. There. All right, so I've told you before as well, your heat tool, it's got the two settings. Mine, this is so old and well loved that the number 1 and 2 are off. The first one is the lower. That is for drying ink type of thing. And the higher, that is for your embossing. Now, you get better results if you heat it up first before you take it to your item that you want to emboss. So let me just heat it up, and I apologize for the noise. All right, you just have to give it a few seconds to heat up. All right, we're going to bring it over and watch the magic happen. And here we go. It's starting to change. That heat gun is melting that embossing powder, making it oh so cool. So any areas that are not shiny are not embossed. And we look all nice and shiny there, so we are good. So now we're going to set this aside for it to cool, because it's turned into a liquid, so we want it to get nice and cool so that it I don't leave a fingerprint in there. I had an extra piece just in case I messed up, because you never know. All right, so I need we're going to do our popsicles first. Now, did you like popsicles as a child, or were you strictly ice cream? All right, so we are going to do the bottom one first. I'm just taking a look to make sure I've got no fuzzies. So this is the bottom and this is the top. All right. Growing up, my favorite popsicle was a fudgicle. Who remembers fudgicles? That should be good right there, I'm hoping. Okay, so there's the bottom. I'm going to show you. I'm going to do one at a time here. So now we've inked up in Pool Party. I've taken my colors from the Designer Series paper, and this is going to, I'm going to line it up so that that side goes almost all the way to the bottom. Creamsicle. My sister Anne loved creamsicles as well. So there we go. There's that part there. Oh, I forgot to open up my crumb cake for my popsicle stick. And I need, let's throw this piece here. Come on. Now, did I go down too far? I did. All right, so let's try that again. So Bermuda Bay, we're going to go a smidge higher. Is that the same? Oh my goodness, guys. Flip that over. All right, good thing that I've got magic paper that has two sides. All right, so up higher, silly lady. All right, oh, and I've got a fuzzy on here. Oh my. I don't know where that came from. Adventures in Stamping. All right, I should still have enough room. Oh my goodness, I thought I got it. Do you see that? Look at that. E. And now I'm going to get ink all over my hand because I'm pulling that long fluffy off. All right. There we go. It's nice and clean. All right, so one, and then our top. The bus driver would give you all an ice cream. Wow, that's amazing. All right, so that's a little higher. All right, so then we're going to take this stamp here. It's the popsicle stick stamp. I'm going to stamp off so that I get a lighter image and line that up. There we go. And then we've got this fun little wood grain. And I put it so that that little rounded part, that is the bottom of the stamp. So we're going to stamp that in the middle. And then this image here, that is, you know how popsicles have that indentation lines? So that's what this one is for. So one, and I'm doing it in the pool party, so it's just very light. Two, one at either side. See? Isn't that cool? When my boys and Danielle, when they were in elementary school, I would, on hot days, really hot days, at the end of the school there, I would buy a box of popsicles and come into the classroom, each of the classrooms, and give all the kids a popsicle. Of course, I always got permission from the teachers. Don't want to do anything without permission. Don't want to get in trouble. As their school did not have air conditioning. Our Lady Immaculate, the Catholic school, is very, very old. And I went there. So I knew how hot it could get. So I always like to pick up a box of popsicles and bring them in for the kids to enjoy. Okay, so now we'll do our groove lines. Colburn School is not there anymore, Diana. That was across the street from the Catholic school. That's where Brad went. That got torn down. Goodness, I don't remember how many years ago. It's now seniors living apartments there, condos. One of the guys I went to school with, he bought the property and put up seniors condos. But Our Lady Immaculate is still there. So there's our 3 popsicles after all that. But see how easy it was once I made sure that I didn't have any goobers or fluffies or anything like that. All right, so then make some room on here. Get rid of all this stuff off of my immediate area. Then we also have some stamping right here for the inside. So our card is going to say happy birthday, and then when you open it up, hope it's sweet. So let's ink that up and stamp that right in the center. There we go. Hello, Rita. Thanks for joining us today. Okay, so we're going to move all this out of the way, and let's start to assemble our card. Whoops, wrong way. All right, so I've got my bone folder here, and I've already scored, so I'm going to fold in half. Give it a good burnish. And then I'm going to take this here, this fold line, this score line there, and I'm going to fold it back the other way to create that Z. Then I forgot to get out my silicone craft sheet. Okay, so now we are going to take our designer series paper. So when it is a patterned paper, what I like to do when it's going to open up, although this you can't really see because my image is in front of it. However, you can kind of see that the way I have cut it, I have tried to make sure, see, this does not match. This is a better match. So this is the match. There we go. See, that's the way it's cut. So I want to make sure that I put, adhere it together so that the pattern flows instead of not quite. Even though you don't really notice it, you notice it enough, in my opinion anyways, but then I am a little persnickety when it comes to that kind of stuff. So I do notice if it doesn't quite look like it flows properly. And my pieces are always, I generally cut them an eighth of, I go by eighth of an inch smaller. So when I'm cutting down, sometimes I go 1/16 of an inch, but very rarely, but 1/16 of an inch is that even finer border. And I do love my layers. I know some people would just take that designer series paper and stick it straight on, but I'm a layering kind of girl, so I do like to add that extra layer. Mary's saying it was at least 5 or 6 years ago that they tore the school down. Yeah, I think it was full. Was it full of asbestos as well? Back in the day, that's what they did. They had no idea. All right, so, and then I'm kind of lining it up so that that pattern flows. Just like that. SDCI was full of asbestos too. Yes, yes it was. All right, so now, because I want to continue on with my layers, I've got some Bermuda Bay here. And I chose my color palette from the Designer Series paper. When you are looking to pick out different colors, turn to your Designer Series paper for your color combinations. They are always full of really great ideas and maybe colors that you wouldn't necessarily think to put together originally, but they really work. Like the old olive mixed in with these blues looks fabulous. Now this, you know, you always have these little tiny offcuts. Well, why not, instead of throwing it out, actually we're going to put, because this is such a small piece, we're going to put a little bit of glue there. It's easier to put your adhesive on your larger item, wherever you've got more area. That way you're not getting glue all over your hands. And see, it just finishes that off so nicely. All right, so now is the fun part. Let's close this up so that we don't get dried up ink. So these are fairly quick and easy to fussy cut out because they've got all those straight lines. They're not a lot of cutting in. So I'm just cutting off all those edges to make it a little more manageable. And I'm coming in and I'm going to leave a little bit of a halo. My scissors are staying on the cardstock. And I'm turning the cardstock. And I just think that by fussy cutting this out, it makes, and then I'm going to pop them up on dimensionals, it just makes it that little bit more fun and wow for your card. All right, and turn it. And I will come in with my Wink of Stella after the fact. I generally like to wait to add my Wink of Stella to the end so that, and there we've got one popsicle cut out. That way I'm not smearing the Wink of Stella. As well, it does, it will moisten that ink, and it's gonna, if you manipulate it too much or if you have your hand on it and move it, it could smear that ink as well, and you don't want that. So applying it after the fact is always the best idea, I think. However you can do it, however you choose, that's just what I do. All right, Di says she remembers coming home and going there before they tore it down. Yes, Brad and I did that as well. We went and toured the school. All right. See how quickly it's not taking me much time at all to do this. This is something that I like to do as well, sit in front of the TV. Well, depending on what show we're watching and how much I'm into it. Yesterday, I finished watching Bridgerton. that is definitely not a appropriate show for younger audience. My goodness. But I did enjoy it. I like the storylines. But Brad and I are watching Sense8. And you have to really pay attention, so fussy cutting is not something that I would do. But if Brad was watching something that I wasn't totally interested in, then I would totally fussy cut while we were watching. All right, so the way I'm going to have these on is I'm going to put two like that, and then this one is going to be in the middle. So we're going to take some dimensionals. Saving Hope. I don't know that I've ever watched that. Okay, so I'm going to put a large dimensional in the center of each. Then I'm going to come in with my minis, because your popsicle stick here is kind of tiny, and you don't want that to be sagging. All right, so the two side ones are going to have your dimensionals. You're going to have them all throughout. All right. Okay, so if I just do this so that I can visualize. I am a very visual person, so I like to move things so that I can visualize my height. I think that needs to come up just there. Okay. So now this one here. My other side one. This seems to be taking the longest peeling off the backs. So it's Friday night, so we are doing takeout tonight. Brad wants pizza. He really likes Little Caesars. All right, so I'm just lifting it up so that I can see, and I've got them kind of going sideways. So I know that I just want my dimensionals in the middle here, so I'm going to put one here. I don't eat pizza. Pizza does not agree with my stomach, so I don't know what I'm going to have. We like to support all of the little restaurants here in town. So we've had Back Alley Burrito. Oh, their burrito bowls are so fabulous. And we've had Amy's Place Chinese. We've had the Duke. All fairly recently. So I'm not sure what I feel like. So this is going to be just slightly down and right in the center before I stick that down. All right, so now I can come in with my Wink of Stella, and I am just going to, that line around the top where it's kind of frosty looking, and bring it down the side and over. And then do the same on this one. Because then we're going to set this aside for just a moment and then bring that around. This one here, because it's the top one, I'm going to do all the way. And then this one here is just this side here. You don't have to do this if you don't want. I just really love my Wink of Stella, so any opportunity to use it, I'm going to take it. All right, so we are going to wait. Actually, we're going to wait to put this on. Back up the bus. We need to fussy cut this out. So again, we are going to, you don't have to fussy cut this out. You could just cut it down so that it's straight across. But I like fussy cutting. So if it's not your cup of tea, then by all means, don't bother. But I enjoy it. So I'm just kind of curling it around each of these areas that have that nice big loops. Ooh, I got a little wonky there. I just think that it looks really a little extra cool to have it fussy cut out. It's just a little bit more of a visual point of interest to your card. There. And there we have our happy birthday cutout. So this is going to sit right across here. So I know I really only need a dimensional by the H and behind the D. So we are going to use the minis because we know that we are not going to have a ton of space. And then I'm going to put just a daub of liquid glue right there to hold that center. Hello, Kathy. Mary says Saving Hope is awesome. I may have watched, is that an older show? I may have watched that years ago, but I don't think so. All right, so Danny and I have to watch this week's Prodigal Son still. I love my mystery crime dramas. My mother got me on that. My mother, we grew up with watching all of those type of shows. Kojak, Columbo, Quincy Jones, Murder, She Wrote. All right, so We know that we're only going to need adhesive on the half, so when we flip this over, we know that the left half is going to become the right half. So we're just going to apply a bit of liquid glue right there, and then flip that over. And center it, kind of, sort of. Make sure that we're a little wonky, so bring that up. And then when we flip it over, we see that there is no adhesive here at all, because if we did, we would glue our card shut. Give that a little bit of a push. Now, let's bring in these fun ice cream corner sprinkles. Now, they do not have adhesive on the back of them, so we are going to take, and we're going to put one there, one there, one there. So that's that little triangle there, and then I want a couple up here. So 1, 2. All right, so now we are going to take our putty and pull off the piece that has all of that embossing powder. Pick that up and stick that there. 1, one there. And then, so these are cute as is. I stuck with the same color scheme. Whoops. Get back on that glue there. But I thought, you know, they're a little flat. They are super duper cute. However, they're a little flat. So, Wink of Stella to the rescue. Because, yes, you notice them, but we come in and we paint a little bit of that Wink of Stella on them. And I think that they just pop that little bit more. Wouldn't you agree that they now just, there's that bit of shine and sparkle to them. Oh, so cute, so cute. So there is my adorable summer-themed birthday card using the Sweet Ice Cream stamp set. The punch punches out the ice cream cone and the ice cream scoop. This ice cream cone could also, you could punch it out with designer series paper and have it as a birthday hat, a party hat. Wouldn't that be cute? So that is my card for today. Thank you for joining me. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you have a fabulous weekend, whatever you do. It's cold and blustery here this weekend. We're under snow squall warnings. So to me, that's the perfect excuse to stay in and craft. All right, so I will see you on Monday morning at 10 a.m. Thank you for joining me. Please share my video. Sharing is caring. It's how I reach more people. Let me just see. Oh, Di says it is Friday is pizza night. Yeah, see, I don't eat pizza. And poutine, yeah, I don't eat poutine either. That is too much for my stomach as well. I have stomach issues, so I can't deal with that really rich, heavy, greasy kind of stuff. So they'll have pizza and I will have something else. It's just my night not to cook. So yeah. All right, guys, have a great weekend and I will see you on Monday. Bye for now.